Hello, Ravens fans, and welcome to another season preview. I'm Aaron Schneider, the Anderson Sports Information Director, and joining us is our head softball coach, Tony Holloway. How are you doing today?
Good. How about yourself, Aaron?
Good. First, to kick things off, tell us about what your goals and expectations are for this season.
Well, it's after the last couple of years we've had with the injuries and everything, it's just got to look a lot brighter for us. We've made a lot of additions over the last year or so. We've got a good base of returners, but I'm really kind of excited about the pitching we brought in this year with our young kids that'll be incoming.
Okay, and then tell us about the strengths for this year.
Well, one of the things that we were lacking last year because of all the major injuries we had was pitching, and I brought in 5 pitchers that I really feel like is going to be able to go very deep with what we have returning and a couple of our upperclassmen. We're going to be really a lot less stress when you take the field, knowing that you got to have one pitcher make it through 7.
All right, and then looking at our returners, there's going to be, especially in the offense, you got to have a few bats that'll be able to make an impact. Who are some of the returners that you're expecting to make an impact?
First you want to probably talk about Molly Buck coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty big year last year for us with her bat. I believe she led our team in home runs, RBIs.
Mm-hmm.
With the coming back from major injury, Tommy John last year, Ashley Wheeler will be back at first base, and that brings a huge bat back that we didn't have at all last year. When you look at that, you got speed on the side of Maddie Shinrod. 21 or 22 stolen bases last year, and just was a freshman trying to figure it out. I'm looking for big things out of her, and leadership, defense. Brooke Reeves is one of our outfielders, along with Bree Fellers. Those 3 in our outfield gives us veterans coming back. We have some additions of a couple new young outfielders that's right in the mix. I think as we go and the next week or so folds out, I'm going to have a better idea what a solid lineup will be. But right now, I got to be really happy the fact that we're competing at a lot of levels this year for playing time.
All right, and then a lot of freshmen coming in this year. Tell us about some of the freshmen that you expect to make an impact.
Well, Belle Blickenstaff is probably right now going to win the shortstop job. Brought a big bat in out of high school, big hitter, RBI person, home runs. But she's going to bring us defense. She can play the entire shortstop area probably as well as a lot of people we've had.
All right, and then what about some of the pitchers that are coming in? You have a lot of freshmen coming in there as well.
We do. We got a couple right now with a little bit of arm problems. Piper is having a little bit of arm problem. Piper Baker. I'm looking for her to throw a lot of innings this year. Kenzie Bird, kind of a late addition to our program right at the end of summer. Kid that is probably going to top out as our hardest thrower. We're very fortunate. Braylon Hattendorf, MJ Harper, 2 more freshmen. You got to look at if you want to kind of compare it to conference pitching, non-conference pitching. Well, our non-conference schedule is very strong, so it's not like we get a day off. And it's going to be really nice with the couple of the veterans we have coming back to throw these 4 or 5 freshmen that we've talked about, and there's a couple more that with some potential. But you look at that and you think, you know what, you don't have to go in and say, okay, do you want to win the conference game or do you want to go head-to-head in a non-conference game, which last year we had to kind of save our pitching because we were so injured. This year we're going to be really good that we're not going to have to worry about running out of pitching.
All right, and then and that you got a big road trip to Kentucky coming up. The road doubleheader at Asbury, followed by 6 games against Pioneer Classic. Some of the teams you're going against there, some high quality teams.
Yeah, Asbury is the first time we've played them. Actually, we'll get an early look at them on Wednesday, and then we'll face them again in the tournament over at Elizabethtown. I'm really looking forward to this because it'll get us a couple games before we have to go into the tournament, which if you look at our tournament, we got DePaul, UW Stout, I could go on and on. The teams that we're going to be playing against, a lot of them's already played 6-8 games, and we're gonna go play our first doubleheader on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then finally, what's your team gonna need to do this year to be successful?
Stay healthy. But you know what? I don't think that you can have a third year in a row with what we went through the last couple of years. But what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get over being young.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be times that we could have 5 or 6 freshmen on the field. Let's be honest, when you got several young freshman pitchers, they're going to be playing their first college game, and we got to just get over the youngness, get over the jitters, come out and play where we're capable. I think depth-wise, talent-wise, we should be in the mix. But again, if you look at it, it's all going to matter whether we stay healthy and we can feel the team. There was times in the past year or so that we got down to where we had enough to play and we didn't have a lot of options. We have a lot of options this year.
All right, well, I think I've covered the questions I wanted to. Ravens fans, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to follow along with any more previews and any more content we may put out on YouTube. Of course, follow along with your Ravens softball team this year. They kick off the season on Wednesday at Asbury. Coach Holloway, thank you for joining us, and good luck this year.
All right, thanks, Aaron.